Alright, so I'm gonna have to say that this week's chapter of Fairy Tail has been a hell of a lot better than last week's. It definitely didn't start off that great with the whole spa scene and all that, and there's not really much I want to talk about on that forefront. It does seem kind of nice. I do like to see scenes like that, though, where we get to see the characters kind of just interacting together, having a little bit of fun. I like those parts. But at the same time, there's not really much to talk about as far as advancing the story. We do know that Gajeel and them are all trying to go find Loxus, and it appears that he has joined, what is that guild called? Blue Pegasus, I believe is what it's called. It appears that he has joined that guild, and he hardly ever shows up. He's always off training, doing something, so it's going to be interesting to see how strong Loxus has gotten, how he's doing now. There was one scene where someone pictured him in the suit and posing like those other Pegasus guys, which was pretty funny. The first half of this chapter did seem like a pretty good, just little comedy scene, spa scene with some characters just kind of interacting together. And I love Juvia. She's just a hilarious character. I love her. Just her interactions and her fantasies about Gray are just... I love Juvia. She's an awesome character. But getting on to the second half of the chapter was actually pretty awesome. We got to see pretty much a continuation of when this new chick popped up. Again, it's going to take, for the most part, Fairy Tail's probably one of the few mangas slash animes that I actually remember a majority of the characters' names. It's still going to take me a while to remember new characters, so I apologize on that, but we get to see this new chick pop up who seems to be like demonishly strong, and we actually get to see her power, but I'll get to that here in a second. But it seems like she wasn't really interested in everything that was going on. She just wanted this pudding, mango, jello stuff, whatever they called it. And it seems like she just wanted some of that, and she's disappointed, and she was just about to leave. But then it gets to the point where she doesn't even really care what all is going on. She tells the dude to return Lucy and Erza, and Natsu's not happy with that because the other dude, he's still injured. He's pretty fucked up because the other dude, he's kind of a sexist. He I guess likes to collect women in his special room, and it's kind of weird, but he beats the shit out of this dude, and Natsu's not happy with that. So it's actually pretty crazy. She just does this, just like boom, and then he disappears. Like he turns into nothing. She doesn't care. She doesn't like tedious tasks. She just doesn't have a care in the world about tossing an ally aside, and of course Natsu doesn't like that either. It kind of addresses that. And I actually forgot an important point. When she was walking by Natsu and Gray to get to this destroyed mango gelatin whatever stand that they're near, Natsu does this, and he holds his arm that is bandaged. And I've been wondering about that since several chapters ago. If Natsu's like dragon powers are starting to come out, like maybe there's scales underneath it. Like I saw a lot of theories, maybe there's scales underneath it, and stuff like that, since Igneel isn't there like in him or whatever to help control his powers and stuff like that. I saw a bunch of theories online. These are theories I read, but it seems like Natsu's arm, I believe there might be scales underneath the bandages, and it's maybe something that happens when Natsu, maybe something is going to happen when Natsu goes too full out in a battle and lets out too much power, that something is going to happen. And I can't wait till we see more on that, because something like that just makes me wonder so much. And at the same time, when I love the mystery and the wonder, it just bugs me that I have to wait to find out. But that was really cool. I can't wait to see what is going on underneath those bandages. But what was really interesting was this chick's power. It seems like it was kind of hard to tell. It kind of looked like she made, like, at the first part when she demonstrated her power, it looked like she made the island either like grow or fly kind of high up in the sky, or it didn't really seem like she enlarged it. It didn't really look like she shot it into the sky and made it almost like float in a way. It wasn't really floating. It looked like something was holding it up, like maybe she extended the earth beneath it. or had the water pushing. It was kind of hard to tell from the artwork. It looked like a lot of it was water, but I couldn't tell if that was just the water that went up with it. It was in the process of falling down, or if she actually extended the island and made it go up. But it was awesome. And then we did learn that Makarov is alive. She knows who Fairy Tail is. She tells them that there are, I believe, 12 other people at her power level in their kingdom alone. So of course that's going to be huge, because Natsu and Gray, just looking at her, being around her, can feel how strong she is. But she does demonstrate her power again by what I think is making the island shrink. It pretty much vanishes, and she is standing on something, and it looked like the island. It looked like she shrunk the island, and she was standing on top of it. And it's just, holy crap, I want to know, like, exactly what her power is, because making things big and small, or whatever, granted it is a whole island, doesn't seem like much of a power, so I kind of see what it does in terms of, in battle capabilities. I'm really interested to see that. Overall, though, this was a pretty good chapter. The first half was kind of just a lighthearted moment, and then it got a little more serious at the second half. I gotta give this chapter, I'm gonna give it about a 7 out of 10, because the first half, while it did have some important bits in it, not really enough. It didn't help advance the story or anything like that. Like I said, while I personally like small moments like that where they're just interacting, having, you know, some downtime, some fun, and I do like those moments. It doesn't really advance the story or anything, especially when they're in the middle of something. So we did get some tidbits of information, like Loxus being in Blue Pegasus and stuff like that. But overall, not really a whole lot. It was more so the second half of this chapter that really picked it up where things needed to be picked up. So I'm going to give it about a 7 out of 10. Overall, not a bad chapter, really good. 7 is definitely a good chapter in my scale. Even a 6, in my opinion, is good. 5 is about average, 6 is above average. This chapter was definitely above average. They did definitely showcase this new character, and I like that a lot. And they gave her definitely some character, too, with her just not caring what's going on. She doesn't like tedious things and stuff like that. So I like that they introduced her power and gave her some character as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any ideas on how I can make these videos better, just let me know in the comment section below. And if you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up or subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. Very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for the love and support on all the previous videos as well. I can't thank you all enough. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. I can't thank you all enough, and I will see you all next time. I am out.